I saw Versus Them play at 19 Broadway, and I was like, this is one of my favorite local bands. And I actually tried to sneak my way into the group a couple times, and the keyboard player left town, so I came in, and Eli sat in at a Soul Pie show, and that's how they saw him. So
Yeah.
we're totally stoked to get to play together in a group.
Hello, hello.
What's up, John?
How we doing?
Good.
Yeah, it's a nice foggy, soggy San Francisco day. I would say the move to San Diego is about progress, and it's about trying to follow something that feels good and to be 100% honest with myself about why it is I do what I do and what I want to accomplish and what I want to get out of it. And it was just time for me to move on to the next step and to do something that kind of took a little bit of courage to get out of that comfort zone. As far as the pressure that may have come from the band and Doxy to move down there, I mean, yeah, of course there was pressure. I mean, we would do a string of shows and big things would feel like they're happening, and then I would go back and a couple of weeks would go by and we wouldn't talk quite as much, and then, you know, we'd have that conversation and be like, wait a minute, you know, we're kind of dropping the ball here. If I wake up every day and I say, oh, I want this so bad, I want this, and this needs to happen, you know, what am I really doing to make it happen? You know what I mean? And am I really helping, you know, everybody else by being in 5 bands? I felt like it was time to just say, look, you got to choose something and go with it.
Like, when talking to Matt and Isaac, have you discussed the sudden move with them and like any logistical or emotional impact it might have had on the band or just them?
You know, I probably didn't do a very good job of that, and I've tried to contact, you know, the dudes and talk a little bit about it. Me and Matt have talked a little bit, and, you know, I think they're pretty understanding, you know, as much as they could be, considering it's a pretty, you know, drastic change, and it definitely sucks. But I mean, Versus Them could go on to become something different, just like it did when I joined the group. And, you know, I hope they consider me as a potential, you know, member, a continuous member as well. You know, many more paths will be crossed and bridges to be burned, I guess. a little of both on either side.
On that F sharp chord to get down. So tonight we were playing with Tommy and Eli. They're a couple great guitarists I know. We don't have a keyboard player, but we have this show coming up, and it's kind of an experiment, reworking the songs into a different ensemble. But we don't know for sure that they're gonna be a fit in the band in the long run, but they're really great players, and we're super excited to be playing with them.
What should they do there?
I'm not sure if it's the right choice, but I'm kind of opening it up. Instead of going, it could just be, I don't know, just something, because it's like dramatic. That's cool. Yeah.
The first time I saw Versus Them, we opened for them at the Rocket Room, actually. I had no idea who they were. I had a drink with Matt and didn't even know he was playing downstairs. And I was like, that guy's nice. And then I saw their fucking band, and I was like, damn, like, really, really, it's not that often that you see a band in a bar that, like, that you know nothing about, and they rip your face off.
Yeah, and
that was really exciting.
I totally agree. I'm like I really got to hear something great, and I'm always used to like hearing something predictable or being disappointed, you know. But I was officially blown away too, and I'll just go on the record saying Matt Montgomery is a fucking genius.
They call me the knife.
I mean, the challenge with the change in the band is replacing a ridiculously good keyboardist with 2 guitar players, which is just a way different sound. And so it's been a challenge, but like I think specifically in the last 2 practices, we're starting to hear the ways to play the songs.
I know you don't want a funky, but I really hear a.
Oops.
I mean, in a way, we're reinterpreting the piano, which is like not the easiest thing. It's not impossible. It's just gonna sound different, but it sounds good. It's just a different take.
So it's a fun way of trying to reimagine the tunes and keep whatever their like basic spirit is alive in the middle of that, but just understand that it's gonna be a new sounding thing.
Hey everybody, thanks for coming out tonight. We are Versus Them. This is our first show with our brand new lineup. This is a brand new song. I finished writing lyrics for it so we could play it tonight, so I'm very excited.
You can rock out with your cock out on this number, fellas. Or ladies, I guess. Ready?
Working for me. Hope it's working for the camera and all you lovely people watching this. 3.0 is here, has arrived.
Riley, do you smoke?
Hour and a half, we're gonna go. Who's got a camera calling, man?
Oh, Becky. Hey, can I see a cigarette from you?
Yeah. You're fucking needy.
I know, I am. Do you have a tampon?
What else can I give you?
I think the show went really well. I felt like we were grooving, and we all felt comfortable. And I was thinking a little bit too much, but given with new people kind of happens. So I'm looking forward to playing again with both of them. And yeah, I had a really fun time. It's fun to get to beat up drums.
A week before, we couldn't get through any songs without stopping, so it was really last minute being able to get through a whole set. So
But
kind of nerve-wracking.
they did really, yeah, it was nerve-wracking for us, but they didn't fuck. I fucked up a bunch, but they didn't fuck up at all, so
Yeah.
that was good.
So now we're just trying to finish the music video and get our EP out and have a big EP release show.
And Matt should be done with the EP in late 2013.
So how are these practices going? How's this practice going? And are you meshing well with both Isaac and Matt?
They're assholes. It's not going really well at all. They're
No.
douchebags, you know.
Well, mainly they just suck at music.
They do. They're tone
You know,
deaf.
they're
terrible.
I get along with them all right. I just wish they could fucking practice their instruments.
Yeah. They really suck.